Hello and welcome to Edit Receipt for ASNs from Owens & Minor in the Workday environment. To find Edit Receipt on the handheld device, you'd need to go to the Procurement app and just go to Edit Receipt. However, today we'll be working on the desktop, and it's very easily found by just typing it into the search bar, and it should usually come up for the predictive text if you spell it correctly. So let me fix that, and we'll be right where we need to be. Just click on Edit Receipt, and we'll move into the tasks. Normally, you'd be using your PO to enter your information in this task. Your PO can be found normally on your O&M packing slip or on your labels for your boxes and totes on your shipment. You can also find the PO by running the Find Purchase Order OSU report by cost center and date. But let's say we got our PO right from our totes or our packing slip. So we're going to go ahead and enter that in, and it will find our receipt. When you type in the PO, you need to hit enter after finishing typing the number in so it can recognize and find your receipt. And when it does so, it'll put this gray highlighting on the receipt number. After that's found, you can hit OK. This will take us into the lines so we can review each line as needed on our draft receipt. We can see that we have our transaction number of receipt for ASN, so we know it came through an ASN or the automated ship notice, which is an automated receipt that comes from our vendor. We can also see the PO and the supplier, and we see that it is in the draft status. This is all expected, except our sample data is showing that our receipt has come from Comtex, which in normal future state processes and working in Workday in the Go Live environment, all of our draft receipts will come from Owens & Minor. So we're just using Comtex to test, but day to day, you'll be doing this with your Owens & Minor JIT orders. As we can see, we have a number of lines that we can look at to evaluate the quantities and whether we had actually received these items. The reason for doing the edit receipt function is that we can show that on the actual finalized receipt, which items we may not have received or which items we did not receive the quantity that we were expecting. So let's scroll down and look at our lines that we have. This is a large order. You can also use the search function up at the top and enter manufacturer IDs or other item numbers for your item to find an item within a long order with multiple lines. But let's just scroll back up and go to the pillowcases for now. Let's say in this case, and it doesn't matter whether it's pillowcases or Band-Aids or whatever the product is, if you are confident that you did not receive this product on this order and you want to take it off the receipt, now is the time to do so when you're editing your receipt. You can use the trash can icon at the upper right to get rid of this line and make sure it does not get on the final receipt. We'll go ahead and do that now. So now that line has been deleted and we can move on to our next task. The other task that you will complete if needed on these receipts is changing a quantity. So let's say Comtex is saying on their receipt that they sent us 133 each of this gown. We have counted the gowns and we say, no, we've only received 95 of those gowns. So we can unclick the fully received button or just change the quantity to 95. If we're all done with our changes at that time, we can hit submit. But it's also important to remember that if you don't have any discrepancies on your order, this can be a very quick process because as soon as you come to the line portion of the edit receipt and you can see the lines and the quantities are correct, you can just hit submit. Let's hit submit now and finalize this receipt. And as we can see, our process is successfully completed. You can see more details of the transaction by pressing on the details and process button. But as long as you are successfully completed and you don't have any other receipts to edit, you can just click done and move on with your day. Thank you.